Joining us today is Cone Health dietitian Kate Watts to talk about how to make delicious, healthy winter comfort foods convenient and some recipe alternatives as well. Okay, so let's talk about this. The advice that you have for controlling our portion size when we're eating these winter comfort foods, because a big pot of chili sounds really good.
It sure does. And, the winter months, they can be a little dreary, and sometimes we find ourselves reaching for food as like a little pick me up. So practice mindful eating. Simply, put away distractions when it's time to eat, slow down so you can listen to your hunger cues and your fullness cues and stop at a comfortable level of fullness instead of being overly stuffed. And then find ways in your day to get some enjoyment. So whether that's listening to uplifting music, talking on the phone with a friend, or going on a brisk walk.
Okay, gotcha. Instead of reaching for something else as a treat for the day.
You got it.
Okay, all right. So a balanced diet, does that look different during the winter months than it does maybe in other months?
If you're eating seasonally or locally, it may look a little different, but overall balanced diet simply means that we're eating a variety of foods from all of our key food groups. So that means grains, especially whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and then variety of protein as well, whether we're eating animal-based or plant-based sources of protein. So that may include, beans, nuts, seeds, dairy, meat, poultry, and seafood.
Okay. Are there specific nutrients or food groups that maybe particularly are beneficial, like this time of year for like the immune system?
I love this question because this is why I really love nutrition. And there are foods that can help prevent sickness and disease during the winter months or just boost that immunity. And so just remember the 3 G's: garlic, ginger, and green tea. Okay. Turmeric and citrus fruits and dark leafy greens, those are great things to include in your meal planning as well. And then, really importantly, remember that nutrition's not the only thing to help your immune system. We've also got to get enough sleep, reduce stress, and make sure that we're staying active.
Okay, when you say ginger, it immediately makes me think of like my Asian foods that I like with like ginger sauce on it. Are we talking about that, or are we talking about like real ginger in some different way?
Well, definitely using ginger to flavor your dishes, and that would work really well with Asian cuisine. Some of the pre-made sauces, you may need to read that ingredient list or that nutrition label. Make sure you're not trading off something beneficial with something that's going to hurt your heart health, for example, like high sodium sauces. Also, herbal teas are a great way to find like a ginger peach blend or something like that to get that benefit as well.
Okay, that helps me out. All right, so for families with kids, what are some kid-friendly winter recipes that maybe parents can prepare with their kids, make mealtime a little bit more fun, that kind of thing?
Yeah, getting your kids involved in the kitchen early is a great way to start teaching those cooking skills that are age appropriate. And it really does encourage kids to be willing to try more foods. So I've found that with a little imagination, you can make just about any recipe kid friendly. So maybe that means taking like a casserole dish and baking it in a muffin form, like in a muffin tin. Or if there's like a soup you want them to try, maybe putting it in a mug with a straw instead of a bowl with a spoon. And then if you're trying to add in more veggies, maybe just dicing or chopping them up really fine. Those small changes really can encourage kids to try a greater variety of foods.
Okay, and when you said, maybe, think out of the box with certain things, some of us are not so great at that, right? So Cone Health, I know, has classes and resources, that kind of stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what might be available to us?
Absolutely. So Cone Health offers a variety of cooking classes at the Teaching Kitchen at Med Center Greensboro at Drawbridge Parkway. You can sign up for the classes and see what's available on their website. And we also have great access to registered dietitians. So if you want to learn more about working with a dietitian, you can go to conehealth.com/nutrition.
Okay, and so we're kind of wrapping things up. Is there any kind of final piece of advice or thought that you're like, okay, I don't want to leave without them knowing this about like winter meals and health and in a healthy way?
Well, we covered a lot today, so thanks for your time and having me on this evening. But I'd say the one thing to take away is the importance of preparing your winter meals at home with fresh, real ingredients. So, if you think about soups and stews or stir fries or, any of our comfort foods, pasta dishes, you name it. If we're preparing it at home with simple ingredients, we're going to save a ton of money and it's going to boost our health.
Okay, and we're going to be able to have control of our sodium and the sugar and all of that other kind of stuff too, where we don't necessarily know that when we get it takeout.
Exactly. You know, whether it's takeout or processed foods, finding a way to prepare it at home instead with ingredients you can understand is going to be a win-win.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we appreciate your time as well. If you missed any of this, this is going to be in the To Your Well-Being section of our website.